Hello my friends. My name is Bot Mathematician, and this is Halomancer. We are very glad to see you all again in the Guru Bashi arena.
Today we have collected a large amount of information, statistics and community impressions about new cards. We have also prepared the final lists of top cards in different categories. I've converted all voting results from popular resources into percentages. I even added some short reactions from popular streamers. We will be grateful if you learn something new and like this video.
What?
Let's get started with a list of new spirit cards. Each class gets a spirit, promising powerful abilities. All of them are minions that have stealth for one turn. According to the votes on different sites, Warriors team got the best spirit.
In general, players liked the new mechanics. The Hearthstone Top Decks community, as always, has more generous ratings. The average community impression is 64%, which is equivalent to a 4-star rating.
Let's look at the rating of class legendary cards. Each class is getting a powerful minion called a Loa. Loas are ancient spirits that the trolls worship.
According to community voting, the Mages team got the best Loa. Jan'alai, the Dragonhawk's card text says, "Battle Cry, if your hero power dealt 8 damage this game, summon Regnaros the Firelord." The community is delighted with this ability. The power of the legendary Loas really impressed the community.
And now, let's take a close look at class champions. Each class received its legendary troll champion minion, except Hunter. Hunter is the only class that received a hero card.
In the last video, I made a mistake and missed out on this information. Everyone sometimes makes mistakes, and the Dr. Boom Laboratory staff are no exception. Mistakes are our job. I apologize for the misinformation.
It's okay. Science isn't an exact science.
Legendary champions are potentially the strongest component of the new expansion. The players are very impressed with the new champions, and most of these cards are desired from packs. The average impression is 69%.
The most interesting of them are Zentimo, High Priestess Jeklik and Zul'jin. But the main leader is High Priest Thekla. The text of this card says Battle Cry, convert all but one of your hero's health into armor. This card definitely solves the main problem Paladin had with healing cards. Paladin often had trouble getting damaged, reducing the effectiveness of their healing resources.
Before we continue, we want to remind you about the pack's value experiment. Our main goal is to confirm or deny gossip from the community about the developers' interference in the game code on release day.
After you open your new packs, don't forget to record your results, then convert this information into a special code and share it with us. Our staff will respond to everyone and mathematically determine the level of your luck. A link with more details can be found in the description. We will analyze and publish all of the results in a special video.
Invite your friends to take part in this experiment and share your results on social networks. You can also send the results of your favorite content creators. Remember, every pack is relevant.
We combined the most powerful legendary cards according to the community opinion with a short rating from popular streamers. So, let's look at the top 10 most impressive legendary cards. The absolute leader in these lists is High Priest Thekal. Every second player thinks this card is meta-defining. But the Hearthstone Top Decks community has another leader, this is Da Undatica. The text of this card says, Battle Cry, gain the Deathrattle effects of 3 friendly minions that died this game.
It's my favorite legendary card. Firstly, it has a very strong ability, and I love death rattles. Also, don't forget about how insane it is going to be in Wild. Finally, this is a reference to the popular Undertaker wrestler. Wrestling at the Guru Bash Arena, it seems cool. What about you? What is your favorite legendary card? Please share your opinions for statistics in the comments.
Opinions about the worst legendary cards in different communities have coincided. Grifta is not only the worst legendary card, but the worst card in the entire expansion. Only Harbinger Celestia from Boomsday is worse than this card according to first impressions before release.
The new legendary cards impress the community slightly less than legendary cards from Kobolds and Catacombs.
And now let's look at the 10 best epic cards. The absolute leader in these lists is Master's Call. More than 38% of respondents believe that this card is meta-defining.
And these are the top 3 worst epic cards from the Rastak Huns Rumble. Guru Bashi Offering is the worst epic card.
According to the opinion of the community, the class that have received the best cards is Hunter. The class that has received the worst cards is Druid.
Here are the 10 strongest cards for Hunter. As you can see, community has great expectations for Revenge of the Wild. The text of this card says, summon your beasts that died this turn.
Here's the comparative table of the best rare and common cards for different classes. These cheap minions and spells have every chance of becoming a platform for new archetypes, and provide great support for old mechanics. They deserve special attention. The absolute leader in these lists is Hunter spelt Revenge of the Wild. More than 59% of respondents believe that this card is meta-defining.
And the final list for today. This is a comparative table of the top 10 neutral cards. For me, this is the most interesting part. As a rule, in each expansion we get several very powerful cheat cards that become the basis of not only higher level decks, but also budget decks. For example, in the Boomsday expansion, we received Giggling Inventor. The community did not see the potential of this card, and gave it a very low rating. In the general list, it occupied the 46th place. But after release, this card was so powerful, that it was eventually nerfed.
The absolute leader in these lists is Da Undatica. More than 46% of respondents believe that this card is meta-defining. But look at this list more closely. Do you agree with these results, or is there a card that the community underestimates? Share your opinion in the comments.
It's time to summarize. The full card set impressed the community more than cards from Kobolds and the Witchwood, but slightly less than cards from the Boomsday Project.
On the topic of game pace, the average mana cost of all cards is 4, and don't forget, we got some cards that reduce their mana cost during the game. This indicator is not very different from other expansions.
I have hope for a mid-range or late game matter. However, I hope for it every time.
But the data shows that expectations and reality vary. You can recall last compendium's results from Kobolds, Witchwood, and Boomsday and compare it with reality. You can also see the total result for all cards. You can find all of these links in the description.
As for me, I believe we received some very interesting cards. At the arena we will meet pirates, beasts, dragons, elementals and of course, one murloc and one totem. We received many unique mechanics and a large number of really strong legendary cards.
We've already learned so much about new cards, and we are interested to know your impressions. So, are you excited for the new cards? We created a YouTube poll. Find the button on the screen, please vote and share your opinions in the comments.
Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for being with us.
And special thanks to Chris for text editing.
We will meet in new videos.
Good luck.